is really awesome. How we doing, people? Welcome to another episode of Pack TV. So today we're gonna burn down the shed. No, not really. So I've decided I want to do a different colour around all the trims that I put up last, just to give it a bit of contrast, a bit of pop. And I've been doing a bit of research on what I could do. I could easily just paint it, but I decided to have a crack at doing a old Japanese technique, I believe it's called Shou Sugi. So the idea is you just burn the face of the timber, brush it back, and then you can seal it if you want. So I'm gonna have a crack at doing that, and yeah, let's get into it. This is Hack TV, where we have a crack at building whatever, however. Let's get into it. So before I actually get into the actual real timber, I'm just going to do a couple of test runs on a couple of offcuts that I got. So I've got a trade flame, just a plumber's blowtorch really, and I'm just going to just go over it, get the rough sort of finish that I'm looking for, and yeah, I'll just brush it back with a steel brush. See how it looks, give a scuff back, and then I've got some timber finishing oil that I'll put on top. So let's give this a crack. I'll just start with a low setting, I guess. So I'm going to do one where I just sort of char it like that, and then I'm going to do one, they call it like an alligator skin look, and then it really, you get the corrugations like from the grain. So I'll give that one a go. Pretty sure I'm probably just going to stick with that one though. By the way, I do have a fire extinguisher handy, so let that one cool off for a bit. So you're supposed to just, so that's pretty much it. Just get that sort of charred dark brown sort of look, and you sort of just see the grain a bit. I might actually experiment with just sanding it, see if you get a bit more of the grain to come through actually. I suppose you see a bit more grain on the edges. So obviously where the grains are a bit tighter, you get a bit more of that contrast. So it'll just depend on the timber, I guess. But pretty happy with that actually. That'll just give it a bit of difference between the yellow tongue and everything, so might need some gloves for this job. Now, for this one. Honestly, doesn't look that much different, it's just a little bit more, I guess, embossed a bit. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth doing the extra, might just stick with this one. It's not that much of a real difference. Probably need to burn it a bit more, but look how much more dust that makes when I scrub it off. This one didn't make that much, so try a bit of this oil that I got for it, and then yeah, I might bite the bullet and start. Okay, so I actually wanted linseed oil, but they didn't have any at the shop, so I'm gonna try this stuff. It's just outdoor furniture oil, much of the same sort of deal really. It's just to give it that sealant on top of the timber. You don't really have to do this, you can wash this, but I just wanted to just seal it a bit more, just last a bit longer, I guess. So the idea is to just spray it on and just give it a bit of a rub. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah, that's too dark, I reckon. That's the go. So I've just got a plasterer's trowel, just so I can protect the yellow tongue as I'm getting these edges. So, yep, moment of truth. Let's do it. And the plasterer's trowel cannot handle the heat. Might have to try something different. Alright, so I got the renderer's hawk, it's a bit thicker. And let's try it now. Ripper. So it actually does not too bad. None of the yellow tongue is burnt at all. So looks like that's a win. Continue with the rest. This is super satisfying. And there's the first stage done. So I was planning on doing the beam underneath, but I'll just sort of do it without it first. Might stare at it for an hour or so, just see what I think if I want to go and do the rest underneath. But I think I might just keep it like that. So I am going to do the edge of all the bench tops as well. So I'll do that next, and then give me time to think about if I want to do that beam under there. But yeah, it's really satisfying to do. Just burning it. Anyway, let's get into the bench tops. There's the bulk of it done, so I've all burnt it all in. Now I'm just going to hit it with the old wire brush, and we'll give it a bit of a rub back with the sandpaper. So I decided I am going to leave it like that. So let's do it. Right, so I might be regretting this. It is really messy. This probably would have been better to do before I put all these trims up. But anyway, we're here now. Make it work. So now I just got to sand it. Okay, so I'm glad that's done. So I'm just vacuuming it all, and now I'm just going to rub it back with a bit of terps just to get off any excess dust or anything that could be on there. And then finally I'll be able to actually hit it with the oil. So let's give it a clean. Let's oil her up. And there you go, so it's all done. So I ended up doing 2 coats of that sealant, and I think maybe I might let it dry for a day and see how it goes, and I might put another coat on, but at the minute it looks pretty well how I thought it was going to look. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments. If I should have done something different maybe, or if you reckon it's just no good, I should sand it back and just paint it with something else. But yeah, something different. Gives it a bit of pop, I guess. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. So I've just come in just the next day after work and it's dried up pretty good, and it is like remarkably smooth. I didn't think it would actually be that smooth. And obviously no black stuff on my hand. Yeah, it's seriously smooth. Loving it.